Hey YouTube, Jeff checking in. I am in the middle of nowhere right now. Thought I'd do another video. It's funny, every time I do a video and I post on YouTube, I think, what am I doing? Why am I bothering with this? And then I quit. And then I do something and then I decide to do another video. So here I am doing another video. I'm working on my time-lapse project, and right now I'm in, like I said, the middle of nowhere, east of Stettler, Alberta. So before I get into what I'm doing now, I just thought I'd say that last weekend I did a quick trip to Blackie, Alberta. There's a farm close to there that was in the original Superman, and so I wanted to take some photos of that and also do a time lapse. It's kind of a cool spot, and if you remember Superman, then it has a bit of nostalgia feeling as well. So I did that, and then I stopped in Blackie and just took a couple of photos of the downtown, and I get an idea for a photo series on that as well. But I'll throw a few photos up of that trip right now, and then I'll get back into explaining where I am now. Okay, so where I am now is a little church and graveyard called Notre Dame de Savoie, I think. And the church is kind of crumbling into nothing right now, and it's kind of a cool spot for a time lapse. So that's what I'm doing, and I came in on a day with some moody clouds. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm doing a time lapse. I can show you a photo of what I composed here in a second. Okay, and so as far as settings go, I'm pretty close to the church. So I'm at f 6.7, and I like to do around f.6.7 because with the smaller f-stops you can get more dust showing on the sensor, and it's just pretty difficult to remove when you're processing time-lapse, so you save a lot of time. And I'm not super concerned with the focus in the back and the trees or the clouds or whatever, so having it right on the church is perfect. Everything's in manual, white balance, ISO, everything, and then I'm shooting at 3-second intervals, so that'll, I think, give me a nice bit of movement in the clouds and in the trees, and there's not so much movement in the grass, but there's a little bit, so I should get some nice movement here with the 3-second interval. So that's what I'm at, and I'm gonna shoot this, and then I might do some long exposure stuff here before I leave. So if I do that, I'll post those here as well. And then after this, I'm going to head up to another church that's closer to Ponoka, and it's a Hungarian Catholic church, kind of cool. So it's supposed to get torn down. I hope it hasn't been torn down yet, but so I'll check in with you again when I get there. All right. Okay, so I'm at my next location, which is St. Michael's Catholic Church. I believe it's Hungarian, as I mentioned. And it's a really cool spot. It's on a hill. We're or sort of a rise, I guess, more than a hill. And there's nothing behind it, so it's white and it's completely silhouetted against the sort of cloudy sky right now anyway. And yeah, it's a really beautiful spot, and I understand it's supposed to be torn down in not too long, and that's partly why I came out here. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. So I'm going to try to find a composition, and I think like the last one, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to place the church so the door is opening into the image. What I've seen before with people that have photographed buildings, and I've done it myself lots of times, where you actually have the front doors of a building sort of facing the border of an image rather than into the image, and that it just creates a bit of an awkward tone in the image. So I like to have the back on one sort of like the far border of the image, and then the main doors entering or opening into the image. So it just creates a better composition. Alright, so I'm going to get looking. There's a lot of mosquitoes here too, so that's the first stop I've had where there's been a lot of mosquitoes. Okay. Alright, I have my time-lapse going. I'm just walking around because I don't want to stay still because it's swarming with mosquitoes. It's pretty wet here. It's been wet all spring, and yeah, it's just, now it's mosquito season. So I don't know if that's comparable to midges in the UK, but here they're pretty ferocious. So just gonna walk around, check out the little cemetery here, and then I'll head back over towards the time-lapse is. As far as settings go, exact same as the last situation. Going through my pre-flight checkup, just set the ISO, set the white balance, shoot manually so the shutter speed and the aperture don't change, just to keep the flicker down, and yeah, and then that's it. Then it's just 3-second intervals, and we'll see what comes out of it. And I think I'll probably try to shoot some long exposure while I'm here, because it's really nice. The clouds are great, and just got to tough out the mosquitoes for a few seconds, and then that's all good. So I'll show you a few shots that I've taken here at St. Michael's right now. Okay, hope you like those, and I'll just wrap this video up with a few shots that I took from some of the small towns that I stopped in on the way out here. One of them was Botha, and also Gadsby, and yeah, I'll just leave you with those, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, if there is one. So as it goes, take care.